Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Mahabharata 524. As you may remember, Ashwatthama was looking around for a way to get even with the Pandavas. He saw that the tree was full of nests built by crows. The crows were all sleeping peacefully. Suddenly an owl came. It was a terrible-looking bird. It came quietly to the tree. Its coming was noiseless. It set about the task of destroying the sleeping crows. There was a great massacre of all the crows. After destroying them, the owl looked happy. It went back to where it came from. The owl gave an idea to Ashwatthama. He thought that it was the best thing to do. He would go to the Pandava camp and kill all of them. They would be fast asleep. Tonight was the first night of peaceful sleep for all of them. He could wreak his vengeance on all of them. Ashwatthama was so excited he could not sit still. He woke up the others from sleep. They wanted to know what the matter was. Ashwatthama told them about the owl and how he got the idea from it. They were horrified at his suggestion. Krupa said, Ashwatthama, your idea of punishing the Pandavas is not right. After all, our king was not an ideal king. He was a cruel man. He was not righteous. He had treated them so badly all these years. They had to kill him. The breaking of the thighs of our Duryodhana was the oath of Bhima, which was taken in the presence of all of us. It was an unfair fight, I admit, but we cannot stand in judgment on the workings of fate. You have sworn to avenge the death of the king and that of your father. It is commendable, but we will do it openly. We will, the three of us, challenge them and fight till we die. But this plan of yours is dastardly. It's evil. If you carry it out, you will incur infamy and the censure of all right-minded people. I'm not for this. Please, Ashwatthama, desist from this sin. Your name has been untainted so far. Do not soil the purity of your reputation by this sin. Ashwatthama was adamant. He refused to be convinced. He was set on this. He felt that the river of Dharma had broken its banks, and it was the Pandavas who had begun the unfair fight. The death of his father at the hands of Drishtadyumna was still a raw wound in his mind. On top of that came the killing of Duryodhana, his dear friend. He was mad. He said, I am definite about what I'm going to do. If you do not want to support me, I don't care. I'll go alone and do the needful. Ashwatthama got into his chariot. He had with him a sword which Lord Shankara had given him. He took it in his hand and set out toward the Pandava camp. Kritavarma and Krupa shouted to him that they would also go with him. Happiness or sorrow, good or bad, had to be shared by them from then on. They had made an unspoken pact. They were the only three left out of the army of the great Duryodhana. They had to avenge the killing of Duryodhana, their master. Chapter 3, The Midnight Massacre. The chariot of Ashwatthama reached the camp. Krupa and Kritavarma were with him, but when he entered the tents, they were outside. They promised to him that they would not let anyone escape. They were stationed at the entrance of the camp. Ashwatthama went in the dark towards the tent of Drishtadyumna. He entered it. He saw the great Drishtadyumna sleeping peacefully on a snow-white bed. Ashwatthama approached him with noiseless steps. Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.